In the heart of the ancient oak, where dappled sunlight danced on leaves in summer and the wind whispered secrets in winter, lived two young squirrels, Puku and Puki. They were inseparable, a blur of rust-red fur and bushy tails. But they approached life with remarkably different spirits. Puku, with his bright, curious eyes, was a creature of the moment. He loved to chase butterflies through the meadow, marvel at the patterns in tree bark, and engage in elaborate games of tag with his siblings. To Puku, every sun-drenched afternoon was an invitation to joy, an opportunity for discovery. He would gather nuts, yes, but often in playful bursts, scattering a few, forgetting where he buried others, always believing there would be plenty more tomorrow. Why worry, Puki? He'd chirp. The forest is abundant. Quote. Puki, on the other hand, was thoughtful and meticulous. Her eyes, though just as bright, held a deeper glint of foresight. While Puku pursued fleeting pleasures, Puki would diligently sort the ripest acorns, carefully selecting the most nutritious chestnuts, and burying them in precise, memorable spots. She'd spend hours reinforcing their nest with sturdy twigs and soft moss, ensuring it was waterproof and snug. Tomorrow comes, Puku, she'd remind him gently. And with it, sometimes, challenges. Their differing approaches often led to playful banter. You work too hard, little Puki, Puku would tease, dangling upside down from a branch. You play too much, my Puku, Puki would respond with an affectionate flick of her tail. What if the harvest fails? Quote. One year, the forest whispered of an unusually harsh winter. Old Willow, the wisest squirrel in the oak, warned of early frosts and deep snows. Puki listened with a sober heart, redoubling her efforts. She worked from dawn till dusk, her cheeks bulging with nuts, her paws sore from digging. Puku, while still finding time for play, noticed Puki's intensity and, out of love and a budding sense of concern, joined in more consistently. Though his mind often drifted to sunnier days, he'd bring Puki the juiciest berries he found, or race ahead to scout out the richest nut trees. When winter finally descended, it did so with a vengeance. The first snow arrived early, thick and relentless, blanketing the forest in a stark, white silence. Days blurred into weeks of biting cold. The usual foraging grounds were buried deep, and many unprepared creatures faced genuine hardship. Puku and Puki, nestled in their cozy, fortified home, were initially secure. Their larder, thanks largely to Puki's relentless diligence, was surprisingly full. Puku looked at the neatly stacked piles of acorns and chestnuts, then at Puki, her face etched with a quiet triumph, and a profound realization dawned on him. But as the weeks wore on, even their carefully accumulated stores began to dwindle. One particularly fierce blizzard trapped them for days, and their precious nuts became critically low. Puku, who had always trusted in abundance, now felt a tightening knot of fear. It was Puki, even in this moment of scarcity, who found a different kind of strength. Remember that patch of hazelnuts you found, Puku, the one near the Whispering Creek? You said it was your secret treasure. Puku frowned, trying to recall amidst the hazy memories of summer games. And remember the way the old pine needle dropped, marking that spot? Puki prompted, her voice soft. Suddenly, Puku remembered. He had buried a small, forgotten stash. A treasure he'd been saving just for himself. A playful secret, guided by Puki's vivid memory of his own playful description. They ventured out during a brief lull in the storm. And there, exactly as Puki had helped him remember, was his small, personal bounty. That winter, they didn't just survive, they truly lived. They learned to ration, to appreciate every single nut, to share the warmth of their bodies, and to tell stories to keep their spirits up. Puku learned the invaluable lesson of foresight and diligence, understanding that true freedom often comes from careful preparation. Puki, in turn, saw the profound wisdom in Puku's joyful spirit and keen observational skills. It was Puku's wandering eye that had found the forgotten patch, and his descriptions that helped Puki recall it. His zest for life, even in the bleakest times, was a warmth against the cold. When spring finally arrived, washing the world in hues of green and gold, Puku and Puki emerged thinner but infinitely wiser. They scampered out into the revitalized forest, not just as two squirrels, but as a unit forged by experience. From that day on, Puku still chased butterflies, but with a new awareness of the passing seasons. He still found joy in every moment, But he also dedicated himself to the meticulous task of gathering, remembering Puki's foresight, and Puki, while still diligently preparing, allowed herself more moments of playful chasing and spontaneous discovery, knowing that life's true richness wasn't just in what was stored, but in what was experienced and shared. The lesson of life. Life, like the seasons, is a cycle of abundance and challenge. It teaches us that 1. Preparation is not fear, but wisdom. Asterisk like Puki, diligent effort and foresight can safeguard us against unforeseen hardships. 2. Joy is essential. Asterisk like Puku, celebrating the present, finding beauty in play, fuels our spirit and makes the journey worthwhile. 3. Balance is key. Asterisk the most fulfilling life integrates both diligent planning and spontaneous joy. 4. Our differences are our strengths. Asterisk Puku's free spirit complemented Puki's practicality, and together, they were stronger. True partnership lies in recognizing and valuing these diverse contributions. 5. Even our forgotten treasures can save us. Asterisk sometimes, the seemingly insignificant actions or overlooked lessons from our past can become crucial in times of need, often recalled with the help of those who know us best. Puku and Puki lived many more years in the ancient oak. Their story a quiet testament to the enduring lessons life teaches when we open ourselves to both its sunshine and its storms.